I'm about the bottom. Take two and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang, 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 gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me, that's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB, these Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key, I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo pour so photogenic. All I know is the go.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. In motion, the tight end. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Second down, another run with Taylor. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. And wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Geno. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and got the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
In motion left goes Allen. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
13 yards on the play. And the Chargers.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 36. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They snap it to Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it's Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Herbert off of play action. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it,
touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Waddle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second down, another run with Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. blitz there.
Trap 50, trap 50.
From the gun, here's Smith. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given in. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just have a break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll try the air now with Smith. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well. Think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Out of the gun, Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Hey, check that. Street.
On 4th down, Smith. He's going to go up top again. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them,
touchdown! A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Let's go. Go, Reed, go.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 57 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Slot man moves right.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
After the interception, here's Smith. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Gino on first down. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the red zone now, Smith. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
19 take.
Gino now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to let it go again. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly what I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He's going to take another shot here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead. And boy,
and this is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at Jerome Powell. We're pretty darn good.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to... He's got a man! Complete! He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 81 yards. And the Colts get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Well, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Smith. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Yeah, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Taylor will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
19 right. Back to 60.
Now Smith. Touchdown Colts. Alec Pierce from 4 yards out. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2. Gino's going to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Colts will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Buffalo 18. Step.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Geno. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, and force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here we go on fourth. Smith. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quiddy Pay in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the lead will stay put at 17. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They're all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people out of blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Geno. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Let's go now. 18 running.
They snap it to Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped him 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From his goal line here, Smith. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Back to the same target, Campbell. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. On the move past the 40. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Smith throwing again. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Colts on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Smith. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Touchdown! Michael Pittman from 3 yards out. And the Colts go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And oh, it's wide right. No good. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And some room to run now. Touchdown, L.A. Christian McCaffrey, 37 yards. And the Chargers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Let's go now. Let's see 19. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Cardinal 18. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Now Gino on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
On 4th down, Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Forced out to his left. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
19 tight.
Geno out of throw. And this one too low.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
At 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. To throw is Smith. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown Colts. Michael Pittman with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. They made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a give right side McCaffrey. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Christian McCaffrey saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing is Smith. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. There he goes, right side. 30, 20. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist that 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And they take a knee.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.